Back on the mic here, my name is Michael Wazinski, the voice of the Odessa Jackalopes, as now they are still looking at the back end of that end wall. Again, where Proctor will be guarding. Coaching staff touching the ice here. Players are eagerly awaiting to follow in suit. But right now, that end wall, again, it's the Zamboni doors that is being affected, and already a main reason why they had switched sides of the bench for this season was not only because there's only one scoreboard, so the Jacks have 2 periods to be able to see how much time is left on the clock in crucial moments of the game, but also there was already a little issue with that Zamboni door, as there is with some arenas that host hockey teams, and it kind of will sometimes kick off the Zamboni door if not shut properly or in an awkward spot, and you see that sometimes in the NHL where it bumps off of that certain spot, and the Jacks want to have that as an advantage for 2 of the 3 periods. However, now it's a little bit more prominent than usual, as the glass is also leaning back a little bit too, and you do want to obviously be cautious about and be aware of player safety, and that end wall is very prone to big hits. Again, players battling hard for a board battle for the frozen rubber, as the officials are waiting to make their way back onto the ice. From the door, the Jacks will come out as well, as they are looking at that door too. That entire piece was pulled forward from basically one side to the other. This is a 20-minute intermission that has turned into nearly 35 minutes that were going on. I mean, coaches are behind the benches. They are waiting for the officials, as they are basically right in front. Sweet Caroline going on around at the Ector County Coliseum. I will say this briefly. The New Mexico Ice Wolves, when leading after the first period, are 7-2-1. When trailing after the first, the Jacks are 3-4. Both teams enter this weekend under 500, or with a losing record, I should say, when trailing after the first period. Again, Odessa and both also having winning records when leading after the first. The Jacks led 1-0 after the first yesterday as a linesman. I've never seen this before at all. I've never seen a board fly off like that, but a linesman on the inside took it upon himself to try to at least throw his body weight into it to see if the door that the Jacks come out of, as they're approaching it now, would have been dislodged. I think I'm a little more concerned about the one that allows the Zamboni door, or the Zamboni, to come onto the ice, because that one is clearly sticking out a little bit more visible than where the Jacks are coming from to take the ice here for period number 2. Again, teams switch both ends of the ice for this middle frame, as the end wall behind Proctor will be something to watch for here in this second period, and possibly in the third when Halas has to defend it. New Mexico up 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. The goal scorer was number 18, Dylan Bentley, one of the 2 captains for the New Mexico Ice Wolves. He now has a team-high 13 goals. He's got over 25 points. As he's adding to a very impressive final season in junior hockey for the Peoria, Illinois native, who caught Proctor short side from just below the right circle back in period number 1. 5 skaters will start here for period number 2 in black and red. Again, the Jacks opting to go for their typical road jerseys, which they've been very hot in recently, and I think that's why they are donning them here this weekend. Again, they are now the ref and linesman taking a hard look at that board behind Proctor, as Devorey goes over to talk to them about it. 4 skaters in white and red will be on the ice for the penalty kill for New Mexico. That is a big disadvantage in that corner. Again, a lot of Zamboni doors have that odd kick out when players dump it. You see it at all sorts of levels, but now you could be dealing with a lot bigger of a redirect. And it could cost some defense or even some netminder here this evening. Obviously, you want it to be even Steven throughout, but it's unfortunate that the Jacks are going to be the ones that are going to have to go up against it here for the start of the second period. Halas will see it in the third if we are able to finish out this game. I'm not sure if they're going to ask the coaches if they want an option of playing it out. Again, I've never been in this situation. I've seen some of the glasses have fallen off. We've seen that here already. But they have been replaced, never shattered. I've seen some Zamboni breakdowns, and again, I discussed that a month or so ago when we had a lengthy delay. That was part of a game that got postponed in college that they made up, but I've never seen it at the NAHL level. And it looks like both teams are A-okay with that Zamboni door being slightly out of positioning as it's slapped deep, and it will actually go right past it, but smoothly played by Proctor. 10 seconds into the second period, and the puck has already made its way to that end wall. Tali plays it across. Power play opportunity for Odessa, their first here this evening. It went 1 for 1 yesterday, and it's played out by New Mexico off the stick of Brandon Holt. Coming out the other way with it are the Jackalopes on the far side along the left wing wall. With it is Hughes. From the left corner, will twist it back up top. Coming away with it is Yates. He plays it back to the point where Tallene will wait. He fires it across for Devorny. Now down low, and a quick touch pass intercepted momentarily by New Mexico. Played back up top, but it rolls past the tape of Devorny, so he has to hustle back after it as he plays it to the neutral zone, and it's rifled deep right off that Zamboni door. Stick tapping is Proctor as we head back to 5-on-5 hockey. A 20-minute intermission extended by 15 minutes due to a delay during the first intermission. And as Ahern finds Duclair, kneeling shot by Purdy and fall off by Halas. Odessa with it. They try to play into Ahern between the circles, broken up as it will find its way to the half wall on the near side. Couette picks it up from the red line. We'll find Duclair. He bursts in, tries to get around Plum. Will pirouette the other way, send it all the way back up top. And unfortunately, unable to get to it was Evan Orr. And as Proctor comes out to play it to Orr, he'll snap it near side. Couette soccers it forward. As he finds it, Ahern rifles wide high, but saved by Halas. Just about 2 minutes gone here in period number 2 of a 1-0 Ice Wolves lead. 16-12 are the shots in favor of the visitors. Offensive zone draw for Odessa to the near side circle. Shots after the first period. 16 for New Mexico, 10 for Odessa. Settling it down and going the other way with it is Svensson. He's being watched by Christian as they go into the left corner with it. It's the first play around that Zamboni door. And they send it back up top. Emerson with it. Fires it low to Keller. Will bat it into the left corner. Keller with it. He retrieves the frozen rubber and shovels it back up top as Emerson's shot from just below the top of the left point. Caught out of midair by the left mid of Proctor for the whistle. It's 17:30 left to go here in period number 2. Ice Wolves 0 for 2 on the man advantage. Odessa 0 for 1. Offensive zone draw for New Mexico, near side circle. Gomez goes up against Mike Manzo. Alex Proctor will be celebrating his 20th birthday tomorrow. Chasing after it is Kelly. He has Manzo with him in the slot. He's unable to get a pass off. Fans wanted a call on a hold against New Mexico. They don't get it. As Manzo is battling against Gomez on the near side, and a low shot from Bankier saved by Halas. This will be an offensive zone draw for the Jackalopes on the near side circle in New Mexico zone. They might not really be able to take a good look at that board until the second intermission. We'll open it back up for another resurface of the ice from the Zamboni. Back up top. Firing one into the left glove was Dvorny from the Bud Light logo in New Mexico zone. Another offensive zone draw from the same dot to the glove hand of Halas. Who is 11-5 this season. Has only allowed 32 goals. Proctor's 13-5. He has allowed 44. Or 13-5-0-1, I should say. Playing from left to right, Bankier across the red, now the blue line. As this pass to Yates was picked off by New Mexico. It rolls on its edge and it's fired deep by Dvorny. That one banks off the end wall the other way. But icing is called against Odessa, as it will be brought back into their own zone for an Ice Wolves offensive zone draw with 16:37 left to go here in the middle period. So far, 4 shots this period for Odessa. Just one for the Ice Wolves. They lead at 17-14 in shots. They're up on the goal sheet as well, 1-0. Bankier backhands it to the far side. Having trouble playing it out was good. He has to retreat and he'll shovel it off the end walls to Dvorny. Yates unable to play it out. New Mexico still with it momentarily, and sending it back out to the red line was Yates. It's fired around the yellow trim to the far side. It will bounce back over to the half wall. Yates to retrieve it. With him is Hughes. Yates wins it out. Numbers, if they can hurry for Odessa, good along the right wing wall. They try to stretch it across, and it will redirect below the goal line. Becker gets a pass off to Howard. Howard from the neutral zone flips one in on Proctor. He makes the save, but it stays alive for New Mexico. Wow, fires one, stick aside, and the rebound will be played back out to the neutral zone, where it is onside for Odessa. Left circle, they fire one, blocked out in front. They pick up the loose puck, led on by Orr. Shoot rains out here from the Jack Shack as Orr drapes it into the right corner for Duclair. Duclair being pestered. He leaves it for Ahern. Now after it is Perdian. As New Mexico trying to play it out, it's gloved down by Orr. He'll sweep it low. And they tried to feed Perdian on the right side. It was blocked by the Ice Wolves defense. Duclair tries to send it from right to left. That's a blocked shot. That puck dribbles off the end wall back to Duclair. He's guarded by 2 Ice Wolves players, and now New Mexico retrieves it, and they'll clear their zone. Slapped back out to the red line by Odessa. Duclair will leave it for Ahern as he passed it near side to Perdian, and his pass attempt finds tons of open ice on the far side, and Blom will exit the zone, only to turn it right back over to Orr, who then sends it to a waiting Svensson. Svensson from the left circle. He waits patiently, tries a high riser shot that goes well wide of Proctor's net. Keller is stripped of the puck by Kusler. Back out to the neutral zone it goes. New Mexico with it. They quickly turn it over as they find Mansfield. Mansfield tries to dance around Holt. He's denied. And the puck will slide into the left corner. 14-15 left to go here in period number 2. New Mexico up 1-0. Back to the top of the left point. They fire one out in front, broken up by Carroll. And sent from right corner to left. Back up to the top of the left point. Punched to the glass by Halas. A lot of pressure coming in the second period by Odessa. Mansfield looking for an outlet to pass it. He's held up against the end wall by Prouty. As there's 3 Ice Wolves below the goal line, they play it right out in front. They shoot just wide off Halas. Kusler could not have been more wide open from the left circle. It was a beautiful feed from below the goal line back to him. And they call a hand pass for a whistle with 13:32 left to go. He tried to pick a corner on Halas and missed wide. Changes coming for both sides. 19 shots for New Mexico, 15 for Odessa. Neutral zone draw right in front of the Ice Wolves bench. One back by Manzo in his 100th NHL game. His 77th in a Jackalope jersey. Played to the half wall on the far side, having trouble initially was New Mexico. Gomez with it. Little streak from right to left, and his shot is saved in the burn basket by Proctor, and no rebound to come. But an offensive zone draw for New Mexico. 1-0 is the score here from the Ector County Coliseum. As the puck is played directly behind Proctor's net. Sent all the way back up to the top of the right point ring with it. From the left side, they play it out in front from the crease, and it's dug back out to the boards. Stayed away from Proctor's net. Gomez will head fake and deke his way around Finn as he's met by two Jackalopes against the wall. Ellings with it, sends it across to the right circle, a shot at the body in front. They get it back again. Gomez fires one in a block shot between the circles by Bankier. It's a block party here at the Jack Shack, as it has been for many games this season for Odessa. A lot of players sacrificing the body to not allow the frozen rubber to make its way towards whichever goaltender is between the pipes for Odessa. New Mexico with it. They fire one just wide of Proctor to the near side. Golfed forward by Bankier. Kelly will settle. Kelly enters. Right wing is shot. Gets the left leg of Jursev and it redirects into the right corner. Now it's held up against the half wall on the near side in New Mexico zone. Ice Wolves win the board battle and they play it forward. Lone Soldier in. And the Ice Wolves lose possession as he stripped the man of the puck. We'll ride the stanchion all the way over to the far side. 11:30 left to go here in the second period. A 1-0 hockey game in game number 2 of this weekend series. Both teams tied for second place with 33 points. The winner will have sole possession of second and be 1 point behind the Amarillo Wranglers in first. Handling with it was the Jackalopes, as sending it out was Kuwait for an icing call against Odessa with just about 11 minutes left to go here in the middle period. Some hunched over players in black and red jerseys as they have an icing call against them. Can't make a change on an icing. The draw is on the near side circle. The Proctor's blocker hand. New Mexico wins it. Bentley fires a low shot. That one will be covered up by Proctor for the whistle. And now if Odessa wants to make a change, they can. They opt not to, as they keep the same unit offensively and defensively out on the ice. Ice Wolves win it back. Top of the point, Holt will send it low as they rim around to the near side. Holt once again held up against the boards. He'll leave it for Javier. Howard in after it as well. And he'll cough up the puck to Yates. Yates puts some air underneath of it as Holt is being pressed by Hughes. They go into it in the corner. Good to help out. Hughes as well. Two Jackalopes, two Ice Wolves trying to win the board battle. Holt comes away with it. Holt on the far side. Sends it forward. Rink wide to Howard now. Howard sends it back and his shot kicks wide. They try to wrap around and are denied. It's stuffed. But the net is dislodged and still making the save in the blue paint was Alex Proctor. .22 remaining here in period number 2. It's a 1-0 New Mexico lead here from the Ector County Coliseum. And I think because the net was knocked off, they do not allow Odessa to make a change. They held off Ahern and Wojciechowski from coming onto the ice as they work it from high to low. Hellerud. Actually, I should say number 19, Jake Keller, as that one catches glass on the near side. Coming away with it is Carroll. He shovels it from left to right, and no one was home in a white jersey. They have it in the right circle now. They send it to the left side. Plum, plenty of open space to work with, and his elevator shot goes high and wide, and a kick saved by Proctor. And as Tallene plays it forward to Duclair. Trying to play it out are the Jacks. Kuit with it. And they'll send it near side to Tallene as they finally exit their zone. With 9:35 left to go here in the second period. Mansfield appeared to have been hit up high by an elbow. No call. As it's pitched up by Tallene. Coming away with it is Duclair. He'll twist it back out in front. Almost having a wraparound where the Jacks. Duclair doesn't shoot. He tried to pull the trigger there and fanned on it. Having the back check are the Jacks. Duclair without his stick, as he will just head right off to the bench. Becker. Below the goal line. He's the defenseman that tried to pinch up, and they find Mansfield. Breakaway against the Waz, and there's no shot. Just slides right past the Waz, who lost a tire as he was backing up in the crease. Kusler gets hit up high this time. And he'll head right to the bench. Receives some attention from the trainer. Offside on the Jacks. As they apply pressure on the far side, New Mexico trying to clear their zone. They break it up and score! Tie game. That was Canyon Begier. Back-to-back goals for number 28, Cleveland, Ohio native. 8:33 left to go here in period number 2. Costly turnover for New Mexico in their own zone. And this time, one-on-one with a loss, the Odessa Jackalopes strike. And they get it. What a shot from Tanyan Begier, right on the grill of Benny Halas. As now they are putting in a piece behind Alex Proctor, readjusting a panel of the glass. A little bit of a delay as the Jacks were getting momentum underneath their feet. But county staff is on the ice adjusting it from the inside as well as the outside. As they are doing that, Tanyan Begier, first weekend where he has back-to-back goals. The 19-year-old, 6'1", 170 pounds. Able to tie the game at 1 apiece. The goal certainly the Jacks needed after having some offensive pressure that they were mounting. That breakaway by Mansfield, he almost had it. I even think he had Halas beat, but where he put it was just wide on the near side to Halas's left, and he's fixing a piece of that stanchion. So another delay here from the Jack Shack. We've had some board issues this season, specifically on that side. really hasn't played into a factor at all, as we also will go to a media timeout, it looks like 2, just to give the workers here that are doing everything they can to situate the boards directly behind Proctor's net. And the way it was stripped off, me and the Ice Wolves broadcaster Jason didn't know if this game was going to get postponed or not with how the boards were kind of giving inward and with one completely flying off. I will say this too, the down county worker, after getting back up, was helping to fix the boards and trying to get the game rolling again. So not only are we about to come out of a media timeout in the next 10 seconds or so, but there's a little bit of a delay here once again from the Ector County Coliseum. It was about a 35-minute first period intermission. That could turn into a little bit longer here. Obviously player safety is the utmost importance here, making sure no one's going to be flying into the boards and shattering glass on themselves or having the boards with that glass come down on top of them. So that is what they are working diligently on in the Jacks zone. 8:33 remains here in period number 2 of a tied hockey game. 26 shots for New Mexico, 17 on the board for the Odessa Jackalopes. Don't forget, next weekend, the final 2 games before the holiday break. After tonight, there's only 3 left in this calendar year. It's already flying by this season. This is game number 27 of 60 for the Odessa Jackalopes here during the regular season. And if you're pretty good at math, you'll realize that if they have 3 more left this calendar year, well, they'll be at the halfway point on the regular season after their New Year's Eve game when the El Paso Rhinos come to town for the final regular season meeting between those 2 teams. And a lot of stick taps and applause. From the Jacks fans and players for Manzo's 100th NAHL game. Announced over the speakers here at the Ector County Coliseum. But next Friday, Ugly Sweater Night. We hope to see a lot of ugly sweaters here in attendance. And then the following night will be teddy bear toss. Bring as many as you could possibly fit in your vehicle and go back and grab some more. And as play resumes, it's deep in New Mexico zone. The latest goal scorer was in a Jacks jersey, Tanyan Begier. It is banked off the left corner, finds its way over to the near side. It's played out to Bankier, who was trying to leave it for Kelly. Retrieving it is Hellerud, as he brings it from left to right. He'll fire it back up top. They say it's still onside, but a shot hits off the end wall and is retrieved to the near side. And a hit from Nets will draw the hand raised by the referee, as getting hit from behind was Kelly for an offensive, or this will be an offensive zone draw, but also the second jersey Mike power play for your Odessa Jackalopes as Mets will head to the penalty box. 2-minute minor for Warding. 7:53 remains here in the middle period. Power play opportunity and a chance to gain the first lead of the night for the Odessa Jackalopes. Offensive zone draw, near side circle. Sent back up top, good with it. Plays it over to 40. That's one fly, caught in the left glove of Halas.
If that doesn't scream confidence, I don't know what will.
Tanyan Begier has really found his stride recently. Had a goal yesterday, has one here tonight. It's his 3rd. Or I should say, make that 4 now for the Ohio native. far side with it is Devorny. He'll send it along. Out in front for good. He sidesteps a man. Tries to kick it out in front. He's stripped of the puck and it's whipped around the yellow trim all the way back up to the top of the left point. Unable to handle it was Devorny. Gomez with it short-handed, and we saw this last time these two teams saw one another. The New Mexico Ice Wolves love to kill the time on the penalty kill. They'll be happy to send it back to the defense or pin it up against the boards. Entering this game, they're 15th in the league in penalty kill at 83.1%. The Jacks are 19th on the power plate, 16.1. Again, they're 0 for 1 so far. 45 seconds left on the Jersey Mike power play. As there was a reporting call against Mets. Back up top to Bankier. Bankier does have a lane to pass it, so he brings it to the near side. Opts not to shoot. We'll send it low to Ahern, who had his first NHL goal yesterday. 59 seconds in to the third on a power play. Bankier will keep it alive from the top of the left point. They fire in and it actually hits the back skate of Bentley. They'll find Ellings across and it will be broken up by the Jacks. Duclair with it on the far side. Duclair near side to Mansfield. They'll twist it back for Ahern. Ahern down low to Duclair. Back up top to Bankier. They fire one from the far side. It rolls all the way back up top to Metz, who's out of the box and has puck. He leaves it for Bentley, whose shot goes wide and to the far side as it's sent to the top of the point and not out, and kicking it back out to the neutral zone for the Jacks. Losing a handle on it was Ahern, and now numbers heavily in favor of New Mexico as Bentley will leave it for Becker. Becker tries to send it across, but he had Nets in front. He tried to tip it and is denied by Proctor with 5:24 left to go in the second period. A tie game here from the Ector County Coliseum, as both teams want sole possession of second place. From the offensive zone draw on the near side, played to the wall. After it right now is Jake Keller. He loses his stick in the process. Jacks have possession on the puck and they send it forward to Finn. Becker with it. Watched by Finn. Kept alive by Kuit. We'll find Finn. They cross paths. Plenty of room for Manzo. Play to the slot, and it's a save by Halas from Kelly between the circles. Great puck movement from the Jacks. Again, a lot of fans screaming shoot here below us in the broadcast booth, but those puck moving plays is what really can be a recipe for success, as you can catch a goaltender shooting to one near side. Kelly with a great shot. Halas with a great save. Under 5 to play here in the second period. 1-1 is the score. And they bank it off the plexi. Two players collide at the Ice Wolves' blue line as Orr sends it out to center ice. Mansfield sends it back to Orr. Sent near side to Kuit. Kuit launches it across for Kusler. Kusler knifes it over to Mansfield. His play is out in front and it actually kicks off an Ice Wolves skate and back towards Halas, who does cover up. That was off the skate of Gomez. Score remains 1-1 with 4:37 left to go here in period number 2. Offensive zone draw for the Jackalopes to the blocker side of Halas, his right hour left. Jacks went all the way back up top. Wojciechowski keeps it alive by firing it into the left corner. Yates throws a reversal hit on Prouty, as Prouty throws two cross checks at Yates on the far side. Played deep. Yates in after it, now near side. Right corner. Backing off the boards. They send it back up top to Wojciechowski, who fires one softly towards Halas for the whistle. This will be another offensive zone draw for the Jackalopes. New Mexico is 11-3-1 when scoring the game's first goal. Yesterday, the Jacks scored the first goal, won the game 4-2. So they are 11-3 when they scored the first goal. So both teams obviously love playing with a lead and have been very good at notching the first goal as a shot saved by Halaz. Picked up by Duclair directly behind the net. Duclair will spin it into open ice in the right corner. Two Ice Wolves in after it, but it looks like Odessa might have puck possession as there will be a call as Ahern goes head first into the boards. Guilty party will be Hull. Got him in the numbers and sent him head first into that right corner board. So a power play for Odessa. Checking from behind. Draw will be to the right of Halaz. And it's fired the length of the ice the other way. Proctor comes out to play it directly behind his net. This is a dangerous spot to be in. Luckily, he just leaves it for Bankier. He finds Duclair along the left side. Duclair will enter first. He's got Mansfield with him, but Duclair wipes out twice now into the corner. And Purdy has trouble playing it. They get it to Duclair now. Same corner. Duclair sends it back to the half wall. They try to play it to Mansfield as it's punched forward as all over Bankier was Ellings. Gomez with it. He'll look back to the defense. He fakes out the Jacks. He'll shoot from the right circle. Saved by Proctor. Rebound is loose. It's just to the outside. New Mexico still has it. 3 minutes left to go here in the period. 65 seconds left on the power play for Odessa. It's their third Jersey Mike power play of the game as Bankier will whip it around the yellow trim. Ahern with it. Plays it low into New Mexico zone. Good. Hughes in after it. Crowley trying to win the board battle for New Mexico. Plum tangled up with a Jackalope player, and holding is the call. This will be against Odessa's number 22, Emerson Good. As we will have some 4-on-4 hockey for 43 seconds. And then there will be a minute and 17 seconds of power play time for the New Mexico Ice Wolves, and only 2:38 remains here in the middle period. 29 shots for the Ice Wolves, 21 for the Jackalopes. There's been 13 shots this period by New Mexico, 14 for Odessa. As there's a lot of open ice with some 4-on-4. With it is Vincent. He sets it up for Brownie on the near side. He'll pivot away from Kelly. He'll bring it through the logo. As he looks to go from zone to zone, he tries to deke out Devorny. And a shot hit off a body down low, and that is Tallene getting sent hard. And Devorny goes right after Brownie in the right corner. And Devorny wants a piece of him. The Jacks were going to go on the power play. And Devorny frustrated and upset with Joe Prouty, stemming from probably what boiled over from the first period. 2:06 remains here in the second. Tallene again getting hit from behind from number 7-1, Joe Prouty. Devorny comes to his aid. Prouty obviously had a lot of words to say in the first period, but never wanted to drop the gloves. Devorny offered it to him this time as both of them head off to the locker room. And Devorny doesn't look Prouty's way as Prouty's shouting at him. And now Devorny comes back. We might have to make sure some security's there. Devorny then heads back after getting his words in. We'll see maybe if both of them escorted to the locker room. We'll see what the official call is here from referee Jake Music. The initial penalty was against Joe Prouty. Devorny again stepping in to stick up for his teammate. Two teams battling for sole possession of second place out of the South Division. The final 8 games for the Jacks this season will have 4 games against this New Mexico squad. Again, the next meeting will be until March 25th and the 26th. It's a long ways away, as we're only about halfway into the month of December. But the way these two teams are playing so far, it should build up for a great conclusion of this 2021-22 season. 12 seconds left on Holt's minor, as he got checking from behind. And there was a holding call assessed to Emerson Good. He has 1:29 left on his penalty. 2:06 remains here in period number 2 of a 1-1 hockey game from the Jack Shack. We've seen lengthy delays from an intermission, a little bit more during the period. Now a ruckus that led to a few punches thrown with helmets on as well as gloves. And then obviously words exchanged thereafter. We'll wait for the official ruling from referee Jake Music. And do not forget, final 2 games of the break. Next weekend, Friday, Saturday against the Corpus Christi Ice Rays. The Jacks have actually only played them the fewest amount of times out of any other South team, only once. That was that Sunday game. Dane Hoyer had a hat trick, actually. And it was the tail end of a 3-3 series for the Ice Rays. So they come here just for 2 games next weekend. Ugly Sweater Night the first night. And then the final night, Teddy Bear Toss before everybody goes home for the holiday break. Get your tickets in advance. You're not going to want to miss that matchup. A shot out in front, saved by Proctor. The rebound is played over to Kuwait. With some 4-on-4 hockey, they turn it over. New Mexico fires a low shot from the left circle off of Javier's stick and easily covered by Proctor. Just under 2 to play here in the second period. It's now a power play for the Ice Wolves. Their third here this evening. They're 0 for 2. We'll see if the game summary has anything. They might have just gotten a 2 and a 10, or maybe just 2 offsetting majors. We'll see again if they are able to come back. That is Frank Devorny and Joe Prouty. Christian rims it around and all the way out to the red line it will go, as Holt was unable to keep it alive for New Mexico. Your side for Holt. We'll send it forward. Chasing after it is Howard. Howard gets to it. Plays it from corner to corner to the far side. And send it back up top. Your side to Holt now. Holt across. Now to pull out. He fires one in and out of the left glove of Proctor. And all the way back out. The Jacks clear it. Great read by him. As now New Mexico has been moving the puck pretty well as Holt turned it over to Duclair. He lost a handle on it through the slot as Begier was applying some pressure with him in enemy territory. Only one Ice Wolf in the Jack zone. That was the lone goal scorer for New Mexico. Bentley, he stripped of the puck. Wiping out was an Ice Wolf player. 2-1 for Odessa. They send it across for Begier. He tried to backhand it out in front, and getting a slight piece of it was a loss. Now Keller with it. Keller, 1-on-1. He'll lose a tire into the left corner. And a long clear by Odessa. 35 seconds left to go here in period number 2. 32 shots on the board. Their most so far this weekend for New Mexico. They only had 28 yesterday. Shot from just at the top of the right point. Whistles wide of Proctor. Played to the blue line, one side by Stinson. It's below the goal line with 15 seconds left to go here in the period. 1-1 is the score. Taken down was Carroll by Wojciechowski, who gets slashed in the back. It will dribble loose all the way back down into New Mexico's zone. Good trying to strip back around the puck, and it's played near side to Svensson as the horn sounds, ending period number 2. And that will do it for 40 minutes of play here from the Jack Shack. Just like yesterday, we'll head into the third period at a tied game. This time, however, the score reads 1-1. Another close battle between two teams locked at second place in the South Division. Both want sole possession, only one can have it. Stay tuned on Hockey TV to find out who will come out victorious, or if we will go beyond 60 minutes here this evening in game number 2. We'll be back with the third period from the Ector County Coliseum. 1-1's the score after 2 periods.